Well, good afternoon, y'all. Let's try this again. Good afternoon, y'all. All right. Well, welcome to First Presbyterian Church. My name is Pastor Tim. I'm usually up here yammering. You know, you just ask any of the members around here, they know. But instead of me yammering, you get an amazing group of musicians led by an amazing music director, and so want to welcome you here. Couple of housekeeping business-like things. One is restrooms are in the back over here. Do watch your step. This entire space used to be one slanted floor all going down that direction, so even in the living room it's kind of slanted a little bit, so just watch your step as you're walking towards the bathrooms. I do understand there is going to be some fellowship after. Is that correct? Yes, there's going to be fellowship after. And then finally, if you enjoy this type of music, there's a plate back here that we have around so that you can provide a little bit of help with the First City Flute Choir. So go ahead and use that on your way out. Otherwise, take a nice deep breath. Clear your mind. You have good music coming your way. Frida, it's all yours.
Cookies.
Oh, and apparently cookies.
Thank you so much for coming out to our concert. This is the First City Flute Choir late spring concert. And when we first started practicing that piece, is this working? Is it working? No, okay. When we first started practicing this piece, we thought spring would never come, but obviously it has come and it's in full bloom. And so this year's program is kind of special. We're highlighting two spring themes, birds and love. And so our next three pieces come from a set of 5 works that John Gibson arranged called It Isn't Easy Being a Cuckoo. So many composers have used that minor third cuckoo call, the cuckoo. Oh, that was kind of flat. Cuckoo. You'll recognize that in these following pieces that we're doing. The first one we're doing is Sumer is a Cuman Inn. It's an anonymous English work that has been around since about the year 1250. It's a kind of a round where one voice starts, 2 measures later, another one starts, 2 measures, another one starts, and underneath all of it, we have a ground bass that is a repeated 4 measures that will be played by our alto flutes. And would you show them your alto flutes? They're 2 different kinds. They look differently, but they both play the same. Okay. So this is Sumer is a Cuman Inn. That really translates to Summer has arrived. You will also hear a section that repeatedly sounds like sing coo coo, sing coo coo. You will hear that throughout the piece. I forgot to mention that on the very first piece, it was arranged by our own Geraldine Main.
The Allegro from the Cuckoo and the Nightingale comes from Handel's Organ Concerto number 13 in F, written in 1739. The second movement that the quartet is playing uses birdsong motifs. Listen for the cuckoos and the nightingales. The Cuckoo's Courtship Waltz was written by H.D. Sofage. He was a composer known for his piano works, and he specifically wrote pieces for grade 2 piano students. This charming waltz is included in his 1874 second grade set of carefully arranged piano pieces.
Our next piece is going to be Listen to the Mockingbird. This is an American song that was popular in the Civil War. I hope you don't ever remember it. It tells of a young man dreaming of his sweetheart, now dead and buried, and a mockingbird now singing over her grave. The text, I'm dreaming of Holly, actually Haley. Haley, H-A.
What rhymes with what's coming up in the valley?
Valley, Hallie. Okay, Hallie. For the thought of her is one that never dies. She's sleeping in the valley, and the mockingbird is singing where she lies. Listen to the mockingbird. The mockingbird still sings o'er her grave. Listen to the mockingbird, still singing where the weeping willows wave.
The Song of the Lark comes from Tchaikovsky's album for the Young, Opus 39, 1878. The lark is known for its elaborate call that is higher in range than most. So this arrangement features the highest sparkling member of the flute family. Now we're leaving bird songs and going to love songs. We're going to Renaissance madrigals that celebrate springtime romance. And the first one is going to be Now Is the Month of Maying, which is one of the most famous English ballets. A light dance-like part song similar to a madrigal, but with a lot of fa-la-la-las. It starts, I bet many of you know this one. Now is the month of Maying, when merry lads are playing, fa-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, fa-la-la-la-la-la-la.
The next piece we're doing is Matona Lovely Maiden. And the fa-la-las are actually, it's an English, the fa-la-las were an English thing, and they were put in, you couldn't just say anything in those times like you can today. So whenever you hear fa-la-la in somewhere, they're saying something a little different. Now, that plays havoc with Deck the Halls, if you think about that. But in the next piece, Matona Lovely Maiden, there'll be a section in here, you'll hear some really fast notes. If you're singing the song, you go dong, dong, ding, ding, derry, derry, dong. And that's imitating the lute, although it was probably an Italian guitar, which is a 4-string or 5-string instrument, not a 6 as we know today. This is written by Orlando de Lasso. He was a German. He worked for the court, so he had money. He got to travel. He spent quite a bit of time in Rome. He was probably the most prolific of the late Renaissance composers. This is a late piece. The one we just did is earlier. He wrote about 2,000 works in his career. 175 of them were madrigals. He also mainly wrote in the Italian style for madrigals. And the difference between that, it's not contrapuntal, in other words, note against note. It's more hymn-like, and this one we're getting ready to do has a verse and a chorus, and the chorus is where you hear the lute-type sounds. This is the classic romantic work. It's the man, he's singing to the lady, it's at night, he's got his guitar, he's down below her balcony, he's playing, wanting her to come out. And he says, if you don't come out, you'll disappoint me, but there are many other treasures in the throng, I'll just go pick one of those. That's fair. Renaissance love songs really come in three types. Hey, love is here, it's great, it's wonderful. That's what the first one was all about. It was about three men who were on the hillside saying, hey, it's springtime, it's love time. The last verse of most Renaissance songs has a quirk to it. In that song, they say, "Fie, why are we sitting around here? Let's go meet some ladies." This song, on the other hand, My Tone of Lovely Maiden, has the quirk at the end is, hey, you don't come out for me, I'll go to somebody else. The next one we're getting ready to do, which is April is in Our Mistress' Face, is a song, it's not a happy song, but it's not a terrible song either. Basically, it talks about the four seasons. April, it's great. July, in her eyes, their love. September, well, it's in her bosom now. December, her dark, cold heart. So you can see how well that went. So, this is My Tone Lovely Maiden.
Bob kind of stole my thunder. Bob told you all the things about the madrigal, and he even told you about this next song, April is My Mistress' Face. I'm kind of glad he did, though, because he's better at it than me. It's a madrigal written by Thomas Morley in 1594, in which a woman's described with seasonal references. Each vocal part is going to have its own rhythm and shape. And our arrangement is for 2 C flutes, an alto, and a bass flute. And the lyrics are, April is in my mistress' face, and July is in her eyes hath place. Within her bosom is September, but in her heart, a cold December.
Well, after our bird songs and our naughty madrigals, we thought we should add something sacred to the program. So first we will do Hallelujah by Cohen. It was originally released in 1984, and it has become one of the most covered and influential of the pop songs of our time. Has broad appeal across all genres. The arrangement that we're playing is by our own Dana Juris right here. She's a talented flutist and a published composer who likes we're happy, she likes arranging and composing for flute choir. And we have done her arrangements before, and I little realized that we would actually have her playing in our group, so we're happy to have Dana with us. So this is Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Our next piece is the Alleluia from the Exultate Jubilate. It's the final section of a 1773 motet written by Mozart. The motet as a whole is rarely performed in its entirety, but this Alleluia is still often performed. With its flowing scale passages and brilliant upper register work, it makes a great flute feature. And for our last piece, we're going to play the first movement of Spring from the Four Seasons, which may be Vivaldi's best-known work. The original publication included sonnets that detailed the program of the movement. Spring has arrived, and joyfully, the birds greet her with glad song, while at Zephyr's breath the streams blow forth with a sweet murmur. Listen for the famous bird calls and the legato music of the flowing streams, interrupted by thunder and lightning strikes before returning to bird calls.
So nice you were here. Thank you. And there are cookies out here now. Okay, just leave your music. Unless you have special music that you have. Otherwise, just leave your music on the stands. Yeah, leave your music. Okay.
Yeah, do you want me to get the adagio out as well? Because I can return that too.
No, keep the adagio.
Okay.
Bill, thank you. Oh, fabulous.